Henok says, is there any machines you're interested in getting? Henok, I think the next thing that I would really, really love is a leg press. And I am somebody that has completely shifted my opinion on leg press. Man, leg press used to be, in my mind, and you know, you hear all the old timers say the same thing. Why the hell would you leg press when you can squat? You know, why would you do that? And you know, when I first started going, you know, training and stuff, and started listening to some of these big names like, you know, Tom Platz and people of this type of caliber, especially when it comes to squats, you kind of accept that. Never do leg press. Why would you? After whatever 13 years of training now, I've come to the realization that machines like leg press are absolutely necessary, especially for a lifter like me. When I lift, especially when I squat, I'm very posterior dominant. And so my legs, they don't get a lot of attention. And so leg pressing feels excellent to me and necessary. If you have no trouble, if you're a natural squatter and you squat straight up and down, absolutely. You don't need to leg press. Somebody like that probably will benefit from some sort of back machine. Typically, the people that can squat really, really well have trouble bending over, deadlifting, hip hinging, right? It's kind of like roughly saying that's kind of the experience. If you're somebody that can say squat 200 and deadlift 200, you are a squatter, my friend. You are a squatter. There's no way you should be squatting the same as you're freaking deadlifting. So that means your squat is way, 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 way up there in comparison to your overall deadlift strength. So people like me, leg press is amazing. I've tried it a few times. Last time being in December, November. Incredible carryover to the deadlift. Incredible sensation of pushing. Something that I don't necessarily feel when I train. Especially when I deadlift, it's all 100% pull. When I squat, it still feels like a pull, which is the bar on my back. Very much butt goes back and, you know, that whole movement pattern. So it's all back, back, back for me. So when I did a bit of leg press and I can't get away from this feeling of pushing, like the whole freaking thing is a push. You can't pull a leg press. You know, and I didn't go crazy weight. I know people go nuts with leg press, but just a little bit of that helped me probably nervously or neuromuscularly be like, oh shit, that's how it feels to push. And obviously the second thing was I grew some pushing muscles, quads, adductors, glutes probably, all working together to push. And so I had a lot of benefits from that. And if my kids grow up who are like me, and probably their mother, who's also very long-legged, she's very, very long-legged, they're not going to be the best natural squatters either. And so having something like that in the house where we can just train that pushing component is going to be of great benefit. So I think a leg press, even though it's a behemoth of a machine to take up, you know, valuable space at home, I think it will be an excellent thing. You might say to yourself, but you've got a belt squat machine. The belt squat machine, I gave it a good go, and it's very much a push. But what I found is that it still made me go into the similar positions that a squat would. So I'm still kind of leaning over and still my butt is shooting back, and it still feels very like my natural squat, except there's weights on my hips. Whereas the leg press, I have nowhere to run. Like I'm literally stuck where the machine wants me to do, and that is cool.